This case involves at least two murders and a suicide, a long road trip, and somewhere along the way, two missing children. Kimyala Henson was living in Portland, Oregon when her childhood friend, Christina Noel Mayer, paid a surprise visit around April 2, 2001. She was with a man, Frank Lee Oring, who she introduced as her husband. She would say that she and Oring were in Portland scouting locations with the intention of possibly moving there. The three spent about a week together in Portland, where Camilla also had two young children, Shaina Ashley Kirkpatrick, who was 3 years old, and 2-month-old Shausha Latine Henson. At some point during that visit, Oring offered to take Mayor Henson and the two children on a vacation to British Columbia in Canada. Henson accepted the invitation, promising the father of the children that she would be back in time for Shaina's birthday on April 27th. They first traveled to Sacramento, California to obtain Henson's birth certificate. They arrived there on April 5th, 2001. That would be the last day that anyone saw Henson and her daughters, who were in the company of Oring and Mayer. It was at a hotel in Redding, California. Just after the group began their road trip, Henson's mother died in Portland. Family members attempted to contact Henson by phone, but they weren't able to reach her. On April 20th, 2001, an off-duty deputy found Mayer dead of a gunshot wound next to a picnic table at a rest area in Collier County, Florida. Oring was wounded from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head nearby. He was taken to Lee Memorial Hospital in Naples, Florida, where he died later in the day. The search of the rest area uncovered Henson's birth certificate, which was torn in half and thrown into a garbage can. Henson's credit cards had been used to purchase gasoline and food through a number of states from April 6th to April 9th, 2001. Mayer had also fraudulently obtained a Nevada state identification card using Henson's identity. The red Kia vehicle the group had been traveling in was found parked in the rest area. There was a diaper bag inside, along with Henson's wallet, credit cards, and a phone book, but no other evidence of the missing children was located. The children's car seats were not in the vehicle. It was discovered then that Oring was wanted in Missouri for the attempted murder of his ex-wife. 8 days later, on April 28th, Henson's body was found partially buried near Pyramid Lake. That's near Fernley, Nevada. She had been bludgeoned and shot. She was shot with the same weapon Oring used in the murder-suicide. Despite searches, the young girls have never been found. They are not likely still alive, but if they were, they would be 25 and 23 now. And Shaina would likely have little to no memory of her life prior to April 5th. Oring and Mayer traveled a long distance from where they dumped Henson to where they were found. They may have got rid of the children near their mom or waited until a later point. Motel receipts would indicate the girls were not accompanying them at the time, but that doesn't mean the children were not in the vehicle or snuck into motel rooms. Shausha had brown hair with a red mark on top of her head. She was only 2 months old when she disappeared. Her NamUs number is MP4239. Little Shaina had blonde hair and blue eyes. This age progression photo shows what Shaina might have looked like at 16 years old. She has a triangle-shaped birthmark on the back of her head. She suffered a broken collarbone at her birth, which might still be apparent on subsequent x-rays. If you remember anything at all, if you have any information, no matter how insignificant you believe that information to be, how old or how small, please come forward and tell what you know. Thank you.